I've talked quite a bit about the Merlin part there, and especially about the initiation part, but what about the money part? How does the money part fit into all of this? So remember back in the last video how I mentioned that if you are truly engaged with your money at the energetic and EQ emotion level, you're not just doing calculations in your brain with your money. You're also engaged with what's going on energetically, what's going on emotionally, that's connected into the home of second chakra money, partnership, agreement, and exchange. Because when you are in that place, the landscape of your money completely changes overnight, because you are engaging in your hero's journey, what's been popularized as hero's journey from Joseph Campbell's work, but I also like to call the heroine's journey. And if you're in the LGBTQIA community, it is your theroine's journey. So whatever works for you, you name it that. But the money part that we are living through on this planet right now is in big transition. We are not only, initiating into new places in our lives with our own Merlins and own heroines journey. We are initiating into new places in our lives with how we relate with money. And there's this whole popularized version in, spiritual community in different places of like, oh, we're going to go back to the barter system. And I got news for you folks. We are actually going to be in the process of evolving our money along with everything else. So if new light codes are coming onto the planet and we're experiencing higher and higher vibrations on the planet as we are, that's causing a lot of the chaos that we see in the world and a lot of the fallout that we see in the world, guess what is evolving along with it? The money, the vibrational codes of money. And you might say to me, Dana, that can't be happening because we're seeing really ugly stuff. And the ugliest, most dark, toxic example of the old money code that I can give to you that I know a lot of people are looking at going, man, we can't do money like that anymore. And it's right, we can't do money like this anymore. And it's those old, what I call karmic money soul contract codes of hostage taking, like certain lobby groups from outside governments who are paying off our representatives, causing them to vote in certain ways that don't represent the American public who wants to see a genocide stop. That's a karmic money soul contract of hostage taking. And then there's the economic hostage taking that goes along with it. And then there's the enslavement codes that go along with it. And then there's the toxic dysfunctional power that goes along with it. So while we are booting up all these new light codes on the planet, it's also shaking loose some really toxic, ugly, old money stuff as well. And we're staring that right in the face. Well, in the middle of the heroine's journey, at that place where, the initiation begins in that new land that a lot of times begins in the rubble, there's also a place in the heroine's journey where there is the facing off with the dragon. There's the facing off with the nemesis of the darkest, shadowiest, scariest things of our nightmares that we have to face off against. Well, we are doing that right now. And like my spirit team has been telling me lately, and what Merlin told me when I went through that initiation years ago, is we find out what we're made of. We freaking find out what we're made of, and that's what we're beginning to find out now, what we are made of in the face of these dark, shadowy forces that are trying to make us do certain things that we don't want to do anymore because we know the truth and we know we want to move to a better, higher version of ourselves and the planet. Money included in higher vibratory forms of how money can support us in a thriving way instead of kill one another off in an unhealthy way and holding a lot of us, in hostage spaces and energetic enslavement spaces. We are in that transition right now, people. And the crazy thing about it as I'm watching this whole thing go on is like, our Merlins are showing up for us right now. So be on the lookout for them. It may not be Merlin, it may be another being or a person or whatever, but who's your Merlin showing up for you right now at this great tide change on the planet where everything feels like it's crumbling down at our feet in the rubble? And that Merlin showing up for you, that being, what is that being showing you about your new gateway, your new time, who you truly are, what you're truly made of, about this new place that you want to go through and be and do on this planet? And the third part of this, as you're working and playing with that cycle of your heroine's journey and the shadow and the light and all that good stuff, how are you interacting with the vibratory code of your money in partnership, agreement, in exchange, in low vibration, shifting out of that into high vibration, into clear money codes, constructive money codes, healthy money codes that can help yourself and help the people around you and help this planet. Okay, and I have so much resources and reading and listening that you can do. I'll have it linked in the description, pinned in the comments. Feel free to contact me, connect with me, hit the like, the follow, so on and so forth. I hope you enjoyed the watch. I'll see you in the next video.